bad. Don't be a Jew
Okay.
just because
Did we
you're
get
a
it
Jew.
going? Okay. He's recording
And
it.
you shouldn't like
Oh, my
label.
God. Oh, my
I think
nephew.
people that do say his work are
When
bad.
they
That
found the
doesn't
new
matter if they're
phone,
a Jew
you
or not.
take it upon yourself to try to get him
Be a
interested.
Jew and be nice
And
to.
you try as hard as you can to get other people involved, but
Maybe.
the
I
most
don't know.
involvement I'm getting is that I might
It's
have,
not be bad.
well,
It's not like
I'll
me know
hang
the
out
Jews.
like community
But no,
service
John
meetings
Stewart.
there,
I mean, I'd hang out with John
and
Stewart. Kind of fun to hang out
they
with.
want to start a nonprofit
I'm not gonna
too and try to
label
well, it's
bad.
improvised. There's
You
no
do Satan's
like
work though.
there's no
I've seen him do
like
Satan's
right
work a
now
few
everybody's
times
really trying to do
blatantly.
missionary work for Islam, and
And then
there's no central church
that
like
guy on
this
HBO,
is
I
in
forget his name.
Jerusalem. It's not a or
He
I
blatantly
don't
does
know. You
Satan's
call it
work.
an organized
It's funny.
religion. It almost looked like you almost poked your eye just now with that knife. Be careful with that knife. You like went like this. You went right by your eye.
Are you
I
still
don't know.
there?
Yeah, it's not. It's like
Yeah. I
it's
can never
almost
remember
like
that guy's name on
what is
HBO.
it that they were fighting people for? Was Jews
He
versus God because the pagans
doesn't
were
have a name that
destroying
you
the
just like
temple of
remember.
God, and me and this guy were talking. He's like a renowned person that
What's his name? What's his
is
name?
like companion to the prophet, and he said there was a bunch
Bill
of
Meyer.
classes and
Bill Meyer. Real time with Bill
for
Meyer.
3 days they have to practice to bury your children alive, the
That's
girls,
something.
and he remembered him and his daughter
Alright.
like helping dig the hole with him, and she didn't
This
know
might
what
bore
she was
them.
helping him do, and
In 1770, Amschel became manager of the 70 or 100 millions of land grave of Hesse Castle and the treasurer of the then secret Universal Jewish Alliance, and soon its autocrat.
you imagine
He hired a crowd of Weishaus, Marabras, etc., who were the prototypes of the
I know.
militaries today. In
Yeah,
1778, Weishaupt, a Jew, founded in Bavaria the Illuminati, a secret society instructed the Central Committee of the Grand Orient of France to be ready for revolt.
I hope they can go for a while.
In 1782, Amschel, R.I. summoned in Frankfurt, the former scoundrel Adam Weishaupt, ordered the 1748 official leader of the Illuminati. Before he was hired, was able to borrow 50 marks in order to pay for an illegal operation to perform on his sister-in-law. Therefore, he miraculously developed his bandit work, covered Germany with secret dens, and poured thousands of cut throats, mostly Jews, into Paris. Weishaupt went to Paris with endless means to bribe able men, unite all the parties against the monarchs, as Gambetta afterwards did in 1870. To organize a revolt and to upset him in order to free the throne for Rothschild, shed an ocean of Christian blood, and provoke all Europe to attack France and leave their white, giving Amschel the opportunity to finance all the fighters. Now, the lodge of the Cock Heron alone had 4,500,000 at that time, enormous sum, but not for Amschel, who had rallied all the Jewish bankers. Besides, they were also able to create a fictitious famine, as they afterwards did in Paris in 1847, 1848, and Petrograd in February 1917, etc. But the Bavarian government captured the protocols of the Illuminati and forbade this Freemasonic lodge in 1786. Officially dissolved this organization, only changed its name and continued to work because it was supported by the HH. New organizations and Derage, etc. were created with butchers, Dainton, Murat, Robespierre, etc. When all was ready, the red Roth flag shield was hoisted in Paris in 1789. The French, but in reality, Jewish revolution broke out, and the best men of France were killed in order to place France under Jewish rule. I've never heard it stated so blatantly. I just wondered what Jesus was about.
And Quran verses are one of them. So I don't know if that's I like when I read it I almost feel like
all revolutions in world unrest have been and will be organized organized by the same Jewish occult world government. That is why they ought to be studied carefully without falling into fantastic hypotheses, as the 100 blind authors quoted by Mr. Gooch in his Helps for Students of History have done. Practically the only author in England who honestly tried to throw real light on the French and World Revolution is the talented and learned Mrs. Nesta Webster. It may be that by her woman's intuition she opened the door where male historians faltered. An immense amount of credit is due her because of her courage and erudition by article. English, 1922, created her. All most of her, the 100 blind authors on the French Revolution ought to be abandoned or kept in libraries as examples of how history ought not to be written. That's what I was just talking about. I've never heard it written the other way. Like, you know, it's here, I don't know, I read this book on the French Revolution and it never made it sound like a human bonfire for no reason at all. Miller says the French Revolution was as big an event as the rise of Christianity. No, it can be compared only with the other less important success of Satan, the detachment of the Orthodox Church and that of the Protestant from the Mother Church. Herder's intuition suggests to him that the French, like any other revolution, was not a mere political and economical event. It must be considered as the beginning of the substitution of Christian monarchies by the Jewish.
How's that going?
We're talking about the French Revolution right now.
The French Revolution?
Right.
I should know about that. Are all those things like Bolshevikism or something?
That was a little bit before this.
This is the part of history I don't know much about. I need to catch up on it. So, it sounds like socialism still is like what came before Zionism, I guess.
He overlooks the tigers, the hidden hand. Yes, they sacrificed liberty, but did not establish equality. The king was succeeded by the absolutism of the assembly, but the assembly was itself obeying the absolutism of the Jewish cult emperor.
Absolutism?